Today we're going to show the step-by-step process of giving a horse a bath, and Mr. Laredo here is overdue because it's been about 10 years since his last one. And on this very rustic farmstead, we don't have hot running water out here in the barn. We have cold running water. We have a few extra steps that we take to give our poor dirty horse a bath. So first off, we have our very rustic setup out here. And here's Mr. Laredo. So obviously we can't give him a bath on like the plain dirt. So we've got some rubber mats. And we have our bucket for dipping, and then we've got some of our supplies over here. And he's a very wild horsey. He's going to run away on me here. And how we kind of do this is we fill up a tank, and then we let this water heat up over the course of several days. So that's okay. And then we have this long hose, and so we leave the hose out if we fill it up with water. So this is going to be warm water to begin with, and I'll turn it on in a minute here and get it started. And then we're going to start by first wetting him down, as you do in the shower. Look, everybody, he ground ties. What's that? Whoa. We're going to get started, and I'm first just going to test to see what my water temperature is. So that's actually pretty warm because the hose has been sitting out in the sun. I'm going to start by spraying his legs, and that lets the horse get used to the temperature and allows their body to adjust. So we'll see what he's going to do because he hasn't had a bath in like 10 years. I don't think he's going to care, but we'll and that's pretty warm, so I'm going to be quick with this before the warm water runs out, and then we have the cold water. I'm especially going to get up on his back and his mane because this is where he rolls, and that's where he's going to get the most dirt. That's going to be where he's able to grind it in while the water is warm and pleasant. We're very conservative with our water here. Stay. So I'm going to have a bucket brigade here. Normally I would have a sponge, but I don't know where the sponges went. We're all out. We're going to just gently pour this on him, which is usually what he doesn't like. Yeah, good boy. Good job. Good job. He knows exactly where the camera is, and he's drawn to it. Are you a superstar, Laredo? Laredo was meant for the stage. He's a wannabe trigger. I'm going to scrub him down really good. Get all that loose hair and dirt up. Good, buddy? Is that good? I'm going to really concentrate on getting this clean in his chest. That's where horses sweat a lot. That's where a lot of the dirt builds up and all the grease. It's kind of like the armpit, right? Like this would be a bit of like an armpit. And this would be where the girth goes. The right isn't rideable anymore, so we don't really have to worry about that, but that's still where we get a lot of sweat accumulating. We'll get his legs really good. Down here in the fat lap, which is like their ankle, that gets pretty dirty, and that can get a lot of bacteria growing in there because it holds in moisture. We don't really have that problem here with him. Like the weather's stretched. If I had a sponge, I would be using that. Get his belly. And Laredo doesn't care. Some horses are really ticklish on their belly. He doesn't care. He's not at all ticklish. He's not really awesome. He's a big, solid guy. Where are you going? We're going to get his butt. This is how we're going to do that. You can see he really likes that because he's grinding his teeth. This isn't going to be the most thorough bath. He doesn't really need one either. Stinky thoughts. And for his tail, we're also just going to dunk this in the bucket like this. And this is how most people are going to wash a horse's tail. Now I'm going to hose him down, so that's why we kind of do start with like the soap up top, and then all the water runs down. This water's still pretty warm, but again, we don't actually have warm running water. This is just warm because it was left out in the hose. He's a good boy. Water's starting to get cold now. I'm going to try to be quick and especially just get his mane. Back to the bucket method. Again, not a really ideal method, but you do what you need to when you're working on a place that's a little more granola than the average horse barn. Look at this. He's not been bathed in 10 years. Does he care? No. He acts like we just did it the other day. I actually think he wants his face washed off. I'll get a rag. Why don't you come up here? What are you doing back there? You don't know. So we'll start with him just playing with his mouth. Most horses will play. Get up here. Good I don't know what your protest is. Cleaning his nostrils, cleaning his little mush. He's gonna have a fuss about it, but he doesn't actually really mind. He's getting a little cranky. Yeah, are you getting angry? Why? Why are you getting angry? You don't know. You don't know why you're getting pissed. Good job. That wasn't so hard, is it? This is called a sweat scraper. You use it as a squeegee. Squeegee. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him the option to play with the cold water with his nose, because a lot of horses enjoy doing that. You can already tell he's going to see if he can roll in the mud. Water off. He is already past having a bath, and all he wants is snacks now. All we want are snacks, Laredo. That's how we bathe the horse. The old-fashioned bucket method, and we are outside now in the wind, where he will dry off faster than in his stall. And you can tell he's already looking for a place to roll. No, you're not rolling. Give it up. Give it up. Mr. Laredo has had his first bath in 10 years, and he's all dried, got his booties on. Now he's gonna go out. I bet you first thing what he's gonna do is he's gonna roll. He didn't roll. No rolling. I think he thinks it's closer to dinner time, so he thinks he's gonna get more treats. He's gonna hang out in here. Does that feel good on a hot day? Yeah. You got your wet food already. Okay, we're done. I gotta go. You're trying to trick me, cat. God.